Hello everyone, today we'll be doing the chapter Relations and Functions from class 11 Mathematics for this episode of JEE preparation. This is the first question. If R is a relation from a set A to a set B and S is a relation from set B to set C, then the relation SOR is from A to C, C to A does not exist on none of these. So we need to find the domain and codomain of the relation SOR. So SOR is basically S of R. Like if let's say R is f of x, S is g of x, then SOR would be g of f of x. So to find the domain and codomain, first we need to find what we had to input and then we had to find what would be the output. So let's say f of a, f of small a equal to small b, then according to the relation r is equal to f of a, so if r is a relation from set a to set b, then small a belongs to capital A and small b belongs to capital B, and then SOR of A would be equal to G of f of A is equal to G of B. Now we need to find out if this would be defined or not for every B belonging to B, and we can say it is defined because S, the relation S is basically G of X and it's from B, capital B to capital C. Since B belongs to capital B, this means that this same B, this B is the same as this B, therefore G of B can be defined since B belongs to capital B. And so let's say G of B equals C. Now this can be the same as from B to C. So from this we can conclude that small c will belong to the set capital C. So if we take any element small a belonging to capital A, then f of a would be small b belong to capital B, and then g of b would be small c which will belong to capital C. So the input we put is small a and the output we get is small c. So the input belongs to capital A and output belongs to capital C. Therefore, the relation SOR is from set A to set C. Therefore, option A is from set A to set C is the correct answer for this question. Next question. X square minus 4x plus greatest integer of x plus 3 equals x times greatest integer of x. Then we need to find if it has exactly two solutions in real numbers, no solution, unique solution in minus infinity to 1, or unique solution in real numbers. So you have to solve this equation here to understand the solutions. So let's take all of the greatest integer function part to another side. So we get x into mod x minus mod x, and then if we can simplify this as x minus 3 into x minus 1 equals taking greatest integer x common into x minus 1. Now we can only cancel the x minus 1 if x is not equal to 1. So we'll take first case when x is equal to 1. Then we get x minus 3 into 0 equals greatest integer function of x into 0, which will give 0 equals 0, which holds true since 0 is equal to 0. So that's one solution. Then we have to, let's say x case 2, when x is not equal to 1. If x is not equal to 1, we can cancel out x minus 1 from both sides. We get x minus 3 equals greatest integer of x. Now we know that a number can be written as greatest integer of x plus fractional part of x. So over here, from here we get greatest integer of x equal to x minus fractional part of x. So here we can replace it as x minus 3 equal to x minus fractional part of x. We get fractional part of x equal to 3. However, we know that fractional part of x is always belonging to 0 to 1 open interval. Therefore, this is not possible. Therefore, x cannot equal to 1. Therefore, x equal to 1 is the only solution for this equation. Therefore, if we look at the options, A is incorrect because we have one solution, not two. B is incorrect because we have one solution. Now, C is also incorrect because it's not including 1 over here, it's open interval. Therefore, option D is the correct answer, saying a unique solution in minus infinity to infinity. Last question. Let A equal to 2, 3, 4, B equal to 8, 9, 12. Number of elements in relation R equal to A1, B1, A2, B2 belong to A cross B2, A cross B, where A1 divides B2 and A2 divides B1. So we have to find A1 divides B2 and A2 divides B1. Now examples of this would be 2, 4, 2, 6, something like that. That is A1 is a factor of B2. So let's find all the possible values of pairs. So instead of taking the pair A1, B1, let's say A1 equal to 2, then B2 can be equal to 8 or 12 since B2 must belong to capital B. Then if A1 equal to 3, B2 can be 9 or 12, and if A1 equal to 4, B2 can be 8 or 12. Similarly, if A2 equal to B1 would be 8, 12, A2 equals 3, B1 equals 9, 12, A2 equals 4, B1 equals 8, 12. So that's all the possible values of A1, B2 and A2, B1. Now let's take one particular value of A1, B2. Let's say 2, 8. Now we need to check if this affects the value of A2, B1. As we can see, it does not affect because here if A1, B2 is equal to 2, 8, then A2 and B1 is not affected by the value of A1 and B2. Therefore, A2, B1 can take any of the 6 values, that is 2, 8, 2, 12, 3, 9, 3, 12, 4, 8 or 4, 12. Therefore, for one particular value of A1, B2, we have 6 values of A2, B1. Similarly, since there is 6 such values of A1, B2, the total number of elements in the set would be 6 times 6, which is 36. Therefore, option A, 36 is the correct answer for this question. And that's all for this video. For more of such videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Until then, tata for now.